So as we gather here in this circle, held in place by the crystalline kingdom, the elements of the earth, the air, water, fire, and earth herself, we gather at this moment in our 9-day project with all that we have done, what has emerged, what's still ahead. We are here with consistent space holding of our clarity that life on this planet was intended to be lived in reflection of our good. And that as souls in a female body, we have the authority and responsibility to say to any energy contrary to that, no more, not acceptable here, and that energy field to become extinct in our world. So here we are working with those of the crystalline intelligence, earth and the earth, air, water, fire, with our teams in holding and the future and bringing that future to the present. We call in those beings of light from beyond earth who are also committed to that work. We seal the space with the guardian circle protocol and teams. We claim this as sacred ground of sovereignty. We hold hands. We affirm together. We open that flow of our heart power in this space. And the circle is cast and prepared. And so it is. So welcome everyone. So let's place ourselves in the circle first. Name where you are on the planet. And if there's a quality that you would like to bring to and add to this field, think of it. I'm going to give this as a suggestion, and you do exactly what you feel to do. Because we are the broadcasters and holders of the future and bringing that future also into the present, the quality might be something that relates to our commitment to what this future outcome is going to be, whether it's the outcome through this week or through this year or whatever, however that quality adding to the field, and it shows up for you. And I'll just call on one and then you tag the next person. Sue, would you begin, please? Welcome, Jaylyn.
Hello, whatever time of day it is. I'm Sue Rooney, and I'm in Issaquah, Washington. And what I want to bring to the circle is excitement. It's been my experience that every day is a new day, and it brings new opportunities based on new information, which gives me new experiences. So I find it terrifying and exciting, but I'll just bring exciting in. And Angelique?
Thank you, Sue. Hello, everybody. I'm in the Netherlands, in The Hague, on the west coast of the Netherlands. And it's late. It's over 11 p.m. And it's good to be with you. And what I want to bring into the circle is embracing the energy of peace. And I give the word to Kelly.
Hello, Kelly here in Portland, Oregon. I'm bringing in the warmth of the sun in our weaving. So weaving would be the key aspect, but the sun feels good too. So, and Emma, I'll tag you.
Good to be in circle today. I'm Emma, and I'm in Western Massachusetts. And on these long, cold winter evenings, I've been doing something I haven't done in a really long time, which is watching reruns. And I've been watching The Good Place, which was a surprise to me, and it reminded me of how much I find wrestling with moral philosophy to be really, really fun. And I miss teaching it to students. And so I bring in the concept of clear integrity to our circle today. And I'll call on Margie.
Hi all, I'm Margie Lystra. I'm in Sandy, Utah. Most of my work lately calls me to be sending out a lot of energy, but I would tell you what it feels like it's coming from at its core is empowered compassion. And it's empowered in a way that hasn't been seen on the planet before. It's a compassion that brings such strength that it creates movement and change really quickly. And I pass this on to Arlie.
Hello, I'm Arlie. I'm in Eastbourne, New Zealand, in the middle of the windstorm that I think all of you got to experience a few days ago. What I would like to bring to the circle is focus. Focus on our mission, focus on the change we want, focus on ourselves bringing that change about. And I am complete. So it's back to you, Sharon, I think.
Nope. How about Jaylyn?
Oh, I can't.
Greetings. Thank you. I'm so glad that I got to make it today. I am Jalen. I live in Viroqua, Wisconsin, and I bring in a confident curiosity. Speaking to my future self. Thank you.
Good. Okay, and Sharon Riegie Maynard here in Whidbey Island, Washington State. And what I want to bring in for this circle is smoothness, kindness, and smoothness. Okay. And mute. So because I write down, I'm going to write that down too. Okay, so we have excitement for the new possibilities that show up not only just every day, Sue, right, but sometimes moment by moment. Embracing peace and weaving with the warmth of the sun. Clear integrity, and empowered compassion, that power, that act quickly, that taking action, that's really, really good. Focus on our mission as change makers. That's a great one too. Confident curiosity. I love curiosity, and bringing in that kindness into that smoothness, the movement of smoothness. And Deborah, we were just putting ourselves in the circle with your name, where you are on the planet, and a quality you want to add to the circle, which may be something that just pops because it's just now, or might relate to what we want, the quality through the week or through the year. So whatever pops for you. So you're on, Deborah.
Hi, I'm Deborah. I'm in North Carolina in Sanford.
And gentleness is what comes to mind today. Thank you.
Okay. So as we come together in this circle, this is a circle, for those who may not know, this is a circle that's been in working together for at least 2 years. And we work with the energy of the crystalline kingdom. We worked with the energy of taking a reality statement, an affirmation that was turned into a symbol, into a numerical formula. And those women who loved working with crystals and stones volunteered to create an altar space, a place on their altar for a circle of stones with a clear quartz crystal inside that circle. And every month they would get a new reality with included a symbol, a number for that reality to impact all 64 dimensions of the energy, saying these are the values that women have declared for those they love. And so we are now writing statements and reflective of those values, type of education we have, the kind of relationships we have, the qualities of leadership, etc. Whole big list of values set in 2012. So the crystalline kingdom has responded amazingly. Probably about 3 months ago, there was a rise up voice within the kingdom that says we are there. This whole energy of crystals that has not been on the planet before is ready to come forth and participate in making changes for the planet. And we don't want you to name us. We don't want any label put on us, because what we are here to do, we will be doing independent of any limit or smallness or that you use in identification. We'd like you to take the labels off all crystals, saying this crystal will do that. No, it is a presence. Listen to it. Listen to it. So we began to listening to the crystals a little bit differently. They came together and they became the ley lines, the new ley lines of this world. It has been an amazing journey. And probably about a month ago, the elements came forward, earth, air, water, and fire, and said, use us. We are ready now to participate with the crystalline kingdom with you in holding and broadcasting, because we went from being future to being futures now, collapsing and right here, right now. So we do this every Monday at this time. So it is a working circle to let you know that. And today we're going to do something a little bit different than what we normally do. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, and then I'm going to open the floor so that if there's any questions or anything that's emerging within you before we take our journey, we can do that. Usually we share qualities like we've done. We open the space for what is up for you, anything you need to put on into the field before we journey. And then we usually now listen to the crystals in our teams, and we each do our individual journey. Where is it that I, as a soul in the physical bodysuit with the ability to declare and be heard and be responded to, where is it that I am being called today? And then we come back and each share that so that we can then hold it and anchor those shifts or expansions or new information that we get one by one by one. So that's how the circle functions. I think today, and I don't know, I'm going to re-ask, because what I was sensing that today we would do, I would take you on a guided journey, and you'll do whatever you do. That doesn't assure that we certainly won't have the same journey, but maybe more of a guided journey than we usually do. That was what I was sensing before I came into the circle. I'm not sure that's still correct, but I'm going to be with that. So before we do any journey, I'm going to open up the floor, and let's just go around, and if there's anything that's emerging that you want to to put into the field. Just sit quietly, and if there is, pop in.
Is it like a prayer? Like a is that what you're asking? Like
For right now, Jaylyn,
yeah.
if you'd like to do a prayer, you certainly could. We did that to start, but this is like, what do you feel you want to add to the circle? And I don't know what that will be.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you're feeling called to say, to do something to add to that circle,
It
and
was more like I'm asking if like I'll just say what I was gonna say and
Yes.
you can let me know.
It's
But
fine.
I seek release. Like I've been calling in the deep six a lot and trying to just get that stuff off, you know, get the doubts out of here. So I that would be what I would request in the circle.
Absolutely, that would be appropriate. Like if there's, if it, you know, that whatever is up for you is appropriate for what is up for you, even if we've never done it before.
Okay.
Absolutely. And sometimes it is, somebody will be, you know, bring in a concern, and that's happened before too. So that's why I just open the floor, and it's a pretty broad invitation. And so whatever it is, we're here to hear it, to listen, but the field of intelligence will take it. It will take it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So floor is open.
One of the things that I've discovered in this last week, since I was on a road trip and moving a lot, is that it seems to not be necessary to sit down for 40 minutes of dedicated time, but that there's a way to do walking meditation, moving meditation, and to kind of be the meditation. I found that in that space, that various things that needed to be called out in deep six would come to me at in like a split mind sort of thing, where one part is paying attention to the here and now and the things I had to be paying attention to, but this whole other part of me was doing the work and the calling out and the discernment. As I said, things were coming to me. And I guess I'm becoming incoherent, so that's what I wanted to say.
Thanks, Arlie. Perfect. Welcome, Alexandra. We're just saying into the circle anything that might be up for us before we journey. So
I want to say something. So I was feeling stuck. And so I texted my son and said, can I come and visit? And so I went to visit. And it's a normal household of 3 spirits. So 3 children wild all the time. And it's more energy than is normally comfortable for me. Three kids, 2 cats, 4 chickens. It's a full, a lot of energies. But yesterday, we were outside playing. One granddaughter dropped her hockey stick, grabbed the other daughter, threw her hockey stick on the ground, grabbed her, put linked arms, and started singing and dancing. So then my grandson just threw his down, grabbed hold of the other arm, joined in. They all know the same songs. Joined in. I looked at my son and I said, well, game over. And we picked up the hockey sticks and we started back to the house. And the kids, it's just like the sound of music. They're linked arms until you can't walk that way anymore. And all the way to the house, they're singing together. And what I realized this morning was, with through all the chaos, the isolation, the depression, the fighting, the rudeness, the everything a child can do, the self-centeredness. I'm right, you're wrong. They're whiny, they're cryy, I want what I want. What I saw was these are happy kids, and they have every conceivable mood and stage, and they're going to go through it, whether we like it or not. And I just observed all weekend without judgment. That's the first. Just be the observer. And my gift this morning was they're happy kids. I don't have a single thing to worry about. They're going to go through all the lessons that they have to go through, whether it's uncomfortable for me or not. And it opened up a whole new awareness for me. And that's what I wanted to put out there.
Thank you, Sue.
I would like to place into the space working or acknowledging water as a business and how to change that trajectory of treating water as a business where water is held hostage from communities that are in dire need of good, clean water. So that's what I'm working with. I'd like to work with today. I'm complete.
Yes, what I love to bring in is yesterday we had a few initiation ceremonies. Because of COVID. I couldn't do it at once, so it were small groups. And what I am feeling in these ceremonies, as I feel it always, how close the planetary family is coming towards us and how we are called by the planetary family to join and to align, to be in alignment. And in my private situation, this is very, very welcome because my mom is on her last journey and she's becoming very, very difficult for her environment. And as I listen to Sue, this is really comforting because I recognize what you are sharing from my mom, what she is really exposing right now. And yeah, I'd love to be for her there, whatever she needs. But when she's malicious towards me or towards her environment, I feel that I really have to stand back and to stay in my own environment and to let her be, let her just be. And then wherever she resonating on, which energy she's resonating on, yeah, then it's really good to connect with the planetary family. So this circle is round for me. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
I've been really struggling the past few days, emotionally, to the point that I was lying in bed on Saturday night and thinking, oh, I get it. We're all actually in hell. And this is just a real head game. And that's when I decided I should start taking my antidepressants again, and I'm feeling significantly better, which has been a real, I mean, I'm presenting it as a joke, but it's important for me to acknowledge that just like I take insulin for diabetes, which keeps me alive, I also rely on the help of medications that will help to balance out my hormonal systems. And they are no more or less God-given than anything else, because, you know, everything is God. So, and as I was going through that, I also had this, I've just been watching families, you know, watching families in the neighborhood and watching families sort of on TV shows and watching families in books and realizing that there actually are families who really love each other and trust each other and rely on each other. And in that is certainly, those experiences certainly go through challenges, but they're not all warped. And that I don't know what that's like. And so for me to, you know, to sit with that and see what I can, I love Kelly's word, see what I can weave from that, so that there's something of kindness and beauty and gentleness that comes out of it. So I am complete.
Thank you, Cinda. We already put ourselves into circle, and so we're just sharing anything we need to put into the field before we take a journey. So that's kind of where we're at. So if you want to put yourself in the circle, Alex, we haven't heard from you as far as where you're at and a quality you might want to add. And if you'd like to do that now, that would be great.
Okay, forgive me for being so late. I got had some clients show up last minute. My name is Cinda. I'm in Stevenson, Washington. It's absolutely gorgeous here today, and I am all about internal power.
Thank you. Alex, are you able to unmute and share, or you can share through chat?
Sharon, you're muted.
I just saw that I'm muted. So Alex, we're holding space for you. So if and when you have want to unmute, just certainly do that. Is there anyone else? Because there's lots who haven't shared before we journey. Is there anyone else who'd like to share?
I'd like to just amend, and now that I've heard other people share, I want to say that these meditations that I've been following from your emails have been so powerful and potent for me, and really I'm just so grateful to be in this circle. It just feels like this is where the work gets done. And I hear these stories, and my heart, I just feel my heart in understanding what we're all going through, and the doubt that I am bringing into the space of today is really just wanting to be clear, wanting to be the potent being I know that I'm meant to be. So that's really what I'm bringing into the circle.
Great. I'm glad you're here, Jaden. You're unmuted, and so Alex, I'll put it into chat, but Alex, you are unmuted, so you certainly can speak.
Alex, and I live in Hart, Carolina, and I'm enjoying it because I didn't think I could physically pull my head up. I've been going through an extremely strange healing crisis, unlike anything I've ever experienced. I've had a lot. I don't know what is going on. I don't have cold. I don't have bronchitis, but I can only stay an hour before I have to go back and sleep. tomorrow I'm going to get a COVID-19 test. I'm not really worried. I'm just feeling like I want to contribute, and I, I don't have any energy to give anybody or anything right now. So I guess I'm okay. And a week. So thank you. Did you hear me?
Thank Alex. We heard you off and on. The circle field heard you clearly. The circle field will hold you clearly. It's way beyond us. So you're surrounded not with only with powerful, caring women. We are surrounded and held, all of us, by powerful, caring, spiritual forces. So thank you for being here. Anything else anyone wants to add and say? Okay. So I'm going to guide a journey. As always, you are all independent women, just like when I send out suggestions. You see, I don't say assignments in those daily letters. No. Here are suggestions. And Arlie got it perfectly, as I'm sure the rest of you did too. That there are so many ways. But I still feel that there is a guided journey that we're going to take in whatever way we do together. Before we take this journey, I want to say again what I said at the beginning of the call for those who have come on late. My sense is that it is really appropriate and really exciting for me to say that there are options that are opening up after this 9-day event. Certainly options that I'm creating, options that many of you are either creating or already have going. And I want you to email me with anything you would like to say to the women who've been in circle in this project, and there's been many, as you may have guessed. This is what I'm offering and beginning, da 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 da. So it might be a picture of yourself, a logo, something that's visible, a link to the offering, and maybe a little blurb. And it might be a course, it might be an event, it might be like I do these kind of readings. Whatever it is you are ready to step into, let me know. Okay, and get that to me ASAP. I'll just keep adding to that page. I haven't created it yet, but we'll keep adding to that page because we're rolling forward, and we're not rolling forward just with what I know. There's so much out there that now begins to dovetail like we knew all along it did, but take it to another level. What we often do during the circle and invitation is that when we go on a journey, you can take off. Of course, you're all muted. You can shut down your camera if you choose, and then when you come back from your journey, put the camera back on. That's mainly to give you a little privacy, but also to let me know when everyone's back. Okay. Okay. So settle your body in whatever position or place it needs to be held securely. There's nothing that the body itself needs to do except just hold your spirit here in the circle on the planet. You need to stretch a little bit first, tighten up and relax, whatever you need to do for the body to itself Let go. Breathe, and what's the body sensations around you? The warmth, maybe? The smells that are so comforting? The body's in the right place in this moment. Pay attention to what's going on in your mind. Noticing if there is any energy movement that really can be put over to the side, over to your assistant, if you will. All of those thoughts, those ideas, those concerns, those fears, those distractions. Okay, they're there. But right now, turn it over to your assistant. Let that list be made and held, and you can get back to it later. And notice your breath. And welcome. We're just getting ready to do a journey. So as you'll see, we've set the space, created a field of safety and love and vision, and welcome to it. And now we're going to, Tara, do a guided visualization, okay? When we come back, when you personally come back, and come back on your camera, and we'll know you're here with us. So the body is now being held. There's nothing it needs to do. The mind is holding space. All the chatter put off to the side. And notice the breath moving in your nostrils. Want to let it remove out the mouth or the nostrils. Just notice the breath moving in, moving out. You are present on the planet. And then just notice what might be in the emotional field. Is there anything that is showing up that also needs to be given over to your assistant? Those aspects of yourself that have been emotionally concerned, traumatized, worried, put them off to the side, but with an assistant. They can be dealt with, listened to later. They are important. But you are now present in this moment, in this physical body, in this circle. And notice in that spiritual, in that unseen realm of what we might term our guides, our teachers, the collective of our divine families. They are here with us. You are never alone, never alone. And they are here because it is a powerful moment. And we are here to participate in that moment. And they are here to participate because we, individuals in physical bodysuits, are here to participate. So get a sense of them. If you want them to be a little bit closer, ask them to be closer so you can sense their presence. Imagine their presence. Hear their words, their stories, their symbols. Again, we are in the cocoon, the fiery cocoon of the Guardian Circle Protocol. There is a cocoon that surrounds our physical region, our physical body. There is a cocoon that surrounds our mental body region. There is a cocoon that surrounds our emotional body region. And there is a cocoon that surrounds our spiritual region, our person's region. And we ask that the same level of guardianship be placed on all to whom we are connected in love, all of humanity in this moment. And we are here as clear pillars of divine, original families, families of love, of curiosity, of joy, of peace, of clarity, of unity, of respect and generosity. And we are here because we planned to be here. And imagine you being placed somewhere on the planet. It might be in your home, it might be in your community, it might be in the capital, it might be in your country. We are linked. We are connected to beyond. We are pillars. And the future that we have been calling forth is nothing more or less than that original agenda from Star Divine Families, all aspects of good. Just in your imagination, see that declaration broadcasting, lighting, flying through the ethers, in whatever shape it does. The future is now, and this is the future. And imagine whatever past comes to you and anchor yourself in that past with the same decree. The past is the future, is the present, and it is done. And whatever event, situation that might come to you, use that as we go through the next phase of this journey. I am going to use the US inauguration because that's what began this project. But you might find you're led to your family, to your own life, because everywhere present, we are changing the whole. Imagine this energy from you. Clarity of our divine agendas, the power of this multi-level layered guardian circle, the energy moving from you in the present today. It moves out for the entire day today through the night, waving into tomorrow, covering the Congress in their deliberations tomorrow, The future is clarity, divine agenda, good, unity, generosity, joy, anchored. Guardian circles, adding and strengthening that, and identifying vibrations that have kept us from it for eons of time, being identified, neutralized, and removed. Moving through tomorrow, moving through those that are gathering for Wednesday. Doesn't matter why, doesn't matter ideology, everyone, whether they're gathering around TVs at home, whether they're gathering over internet interaction, social media, or on the ground. This wave encompasses all of them. If it's your family, you are doing the same thing, rippling it. Those experiences that we're all entitled to and need, those that Sue referred to, those ups and downs, that's what we need. But what is not allowed, not allowed, not allowed is the dominating agendas that have kept us crippled and trapped. Not allowed. Moving that forward through tomorrow. Filling all areas, bodies, thoughts, consciousnesses. Moving toward Wednesday. And an entire event from today, standing in this moment, the entire situation is filled and kept in this bubble. Let yourself imagine what is happening. What is the light doing? What is generosity doing? What is joy doing? What is compassion doing? These are frequencies. These are songs. What is happening? What is happening? And through it all, there is the PTO teams quietly, powerfully going through the fields, removing, through the fields, removing. Be in that space of imagination. Hear what you might be called to add or anchor or focus, because you are the power. You are the discernment, the authority, and the outcome is divine star family agendas. Good, generosity, curiosity, love, joy, peace, inner knowing, unity. Be in that quiet, and when it's time, I will call you back. All right. So let's hear from room one, which was Alex, Arlie, and Kelly. What is it that you women felt?
Well, for me, I felt the winds of change because, as I mentioned this morning, the windstorm is great. And the wind was infused with peace, love, all qualities of our galactic families. It began touching all the electromagnetic waves, the gravity, every brain waves, every wave on the earth, and creating openings for change. I called in the PTO, set guardianship circles, called in the PTO, deep sixth. It felt like an earth-wide ability to make openings for the change to come in. And then wash cleansing winds came through after that. But I really feel that as women, if we are all powerful, that it really was possible to call in the guardianship circles on that many people in that many places and the PTO. Alexandra was not able to come to our room because of technology issues. So I'm turning it over to Kelly.
Thank you, Arlie. Just briefly, I was visited with the Hopis and the Mayans, telling me that the Mayans were the keepers of the ancient flame, and also referred to as Celts of the Vanir, which is interesting for a whole nother reason. But, and I knew that, it's just been a while. But that people no longer need to hide their magic. A time for the healing of the great wounds is here. And I was shown the Mayan, like a Mayan temple, with the eagle behind it and the sun and a river flowing at its feet. And it said the ancient ones are here to support us. And I'm complete.
Thank you, Kelly. We're holding you, Alex. Remember too, who would like to speak? Or
Can you hear me now?
you're very, what happens, Alex, is you break up, so we can't hear you consistently. So one possibility would be to turn off your video. That might help. And while she's seeing if that will help, as we listen to whatever the circle rooms bring back, hold it and anchor it. Not just here, but bring it in and anchor it. Okay. So Alex, you're muted, and if you have a chance to unmute, there you go. Now see,
Okay.
yeah, now we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, this works.
Yes.
Okay. This was valuable to me. I love hearing what other people have to say because it's always something I need to hear. But the insight I got during the meditation is that several things were happening, but one is because of an injury, I had a lot of physical work last week that was intense. And most of us know when they work on the body, it shifts things mentally and emotionally. And so I've been thinking that's part of the reason why I've been sleeping almost all day. And I also had an insight that while I'm sleeping, I am working more. I am, my guides and teachers can enter and help me more. And I've been having lots and lots of dreams. And today I dreamed about a very, very good friend who did something to hurt me a couple of years ago, financially and otherwise, and I had not forgiven her. And I realized that I need to send her a Valentine's card and just forgive whatever that was all about, because we all do the best we can do at any moment. And I realized she was just going through a terrible time. And so I want to make peace with that relationship. So I realized when I'm saying to you, I haven't had the energy to get anything done, can't even sit at the computer more than an hour, that I'm really getting a lot more done. It's just on a different level.
Yeah, you are.
So thank
you, Alex.
Yeah. So thanks for this group and seeing that.
Yes, absolutely. Room number 2 is Angelique, Cinda, Deborah and Sue, how would you women like to share?
Yeah, so I've been nominated as a spokesperson. We had some really cool overlapping going on. It started with Sue, and she's swimming in like a field or a sea or some, well, just of crystals. Every single crystal is surrounding her. And then Angelique's, and I'll get back to Sue, but then Angelique also, she's sitting there and she's surrounded by the crystalline kingdom, which is illuminated and which is sparkling and which is communicating to her. And so Sue was guided to do a beautiful clearing of the groups that are, that are just dominating, domineering negativity groups. And so with the power of these crystals that were surrounding her, she was able to alter and clear and cleanse that energy and make room for that which is good. Sue, I'm totally basking this. I'm so sorry. But then Angelique was just getting visions of clearing and beautiful interaction. And my takeaway from what she said is that we're not alone. This crystalline kingdom is here to support us and honor us and work with us. And then Deborah came in with a beautiful intentional clearing and cleansing again of the actual Washington, D.C. buildings. And she was given the vision of the point of the Capitol, that right below it is the form that molds the lady of, I don't remember what it was, but that the mold itself is so sacred and so
Lady
valuable.
of Freedom.
But in the Lady of Freedom, thank you. And in the clearing and the cleansing of all of this, the Lady of Freedom's energy is now emanating and allowing not just the clearing of everything around her in all the rooms and in all the buildings, but making room for the good energy and the cleared energy to come in. I'm not doing justice to what these women said. And it was beautiful. And what came in for me was just this analogy of being a mustard seed and a mountain. And right now, these mountains think that they have all the control. And really, those of us who are living in our soul work and in our soul's purpose with the work that Sharon is teaching us, if we can just plant that, root that, be that, expand upon that, we can move these mountains. So if I did it good, women, that's great. If you'd like to contribute, please go ahead. So, okay. Room 2 is done.
May I adjust something? I love to adjust something because the vision I got, and I couldn't find the words when I had my time to speak. But what I really saw was from another perspective. I was above the earth and I saw over the whole earth. I saw like an army of crystalline women. They were so transparent and they had this blue shining hearts. And it was like, this was what I didn't tell you. They were walking through us. So we were blending and they were walking through us everywhere. And they were lined up like long lines of crystal. So it was really beautiful. And that's what I love to share. Thank you.
Cindy, you know what? Whatever words you used, I felt. And that's, so they were captured. Room number 3, Emma, Jaylyn, and Tara. How did you women want to share?
We didn't remember to assign a spokesperson, and all 3 of us were similar in that we kind of lost track of the meditation even as it was happening. And we each had our own kind of vision. Sharon, is it okay if I share my screen very quickly? You're muted.
Yes.
Okay. So what I saw was a kintsugi bowl. which is a bowl that's been broken or shattered and repaired with gold. And my understanding is that that's the work. Things have shattered, and they don't have to be destroyed or thrown away, but they can be shattered with the beauty of what we come to understand out of the shattering. So that was my message. And if Jaylyn or Tara would like to speak, please.
I saw a very beautiful bit, and it was like the light was moving through the earth crust and very shallow, and it was entering through our feet and lighting up our halo, and it was everyone was being lit and coming to a new level of acceptance, of compassion, and of understanding. So that was nice.
Hi, I just have to say hi, Arlie. Miss you. So mine was interesting too. It's interesting that, you know, she just saw the underlighting of the universe with the light underneath, but I saw angels kind of going through, you know, through all the people and the whole across the world, and they were dissolving like a spider web that was above all of us, that's kind of invisible, and they were just kind of removing it and pulling it down, and people were it was almost like they woke up and started communicating and doing more. It's almost like a sign of awakening, where they had more energy and were communicating with each other more, where we almost like they were zombies before with the spider web above all of us. So that was neat. And she had the under part. So
It's great. Tara, would you like to introduce yourself and tell people where you are, your name and where you're at? 'Cause we missed
yeah,
that.
I'm Tara Razka. I'm in Arizona.
Glad you're here. So we have in this group masters of connections to the divine. And because of your presence in the field today, you painted literally a different picture. You changed energy literally for yourself and those around you and beyond. So I just want to acknowledge that and thank you for that. So is there anything else? We're going to open up. We've got about 7 minutes left, and so I'm just, you can open up your mics if there's anything that anyone wants to say before we close this particular circle. It's open for you.
I want to acknowledge that I really do believe that this circle and all circles like this made a huge impact on the energy of this country over the last week. And I have every belief that it will continue to unfold in the light. And I was so glad that I got to be a part of the solution. So thank you for the circle.
Thank you, Jaylyn. And you speak well, because there are multiples. This is one, and there are multiples, and multiple options to move from here to in some collaborative fashion. Anything else? Cindy, I see you, and you muted yourself.
That's weird, sorry. So I am in awe of what everyone saw, because if they're, you know, I trust Kelly's vision so much, and I trust Sue's vision, and a lot of you, I don't know, and Emma always, of course, and Arlie, oh my God. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of new people in here that I don't and haven't traveled with. And number one takeaway is we're not alone. There is an unseen team that is showing itself to support us, whether it be in the crystalline kingdom or whether it be, oh my gosh, and all the ancestors and all the stuff that Kelly saw. And yes, and when we can take what is broken and put it all back together with gold, there is so much hope. There is so much hope. And if we don't battle and fight with the same energy that's raising its head right now, and if we go above it, like so many of us saw it from a different perspective, and we did the work from a different realm, if we continue to do this and hold space for that and not get sucked down into, you know, the depth and the fear and the anger, because the world isn't designed to go backwards. The world is seeking wholeness to heal. You know, the world is seeking wholeness in every aspect, in healthcare, in faith, in our bodies, in the world, with the elements. Everything is part of becoming a whole. And therefore that means boundaries, borders are disintegrating, and it can no longer just be us against them. It has to be a we, because we are where we are whole. And all of us saw a version of that. And it's so exciting to me. Anyway, ramble. I'm done.
Cinda, I want to say thank you for the meditation. I missed the call, but I did watch the meditation and did it this morning again and this afternoon, and it was very good. Thank you.
Arlie, are you unmuted for a reason?
No.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to. If you had something to say, I didn't want to miss it for sure.
I would like to add that the theme of clearing and dissolving the negative energies, clearing and dissolving and cleaning was a theme throughout all of us, and that makes it so powerful. And it doesn't matter if we related each one of our experiences perfectly back to the group. The universe got it. Everything we said to each other was put out to the universe. And that's what's exciting. It's not that any one of us or even our group is going to solve all the problems. It's that we're putting this huge energy of love and light out. And that is going to make a difference, because it's going to combine with all the other groups and all the other light beings. And to be part of something worldwide is very exciting. And I have the feeling that a lot of us are going to get a lot of information of how to fine tune or totally change our work for the near future. And that's exciting too. Thanks, Sharon.
Yeah, well said, Sue.
Sue, thank you so much for that summary. That's exactly what I was thinking. The other thing that I would add is, however powerful we each thought we were individually, I think that we are quantum leaps more powerful than we think we are. And we're bounded by our own imagination and our own beliefs about how limited we are. Think big and be big might be what I'm trying to say. So thanks again, Sue.
So as we close the circle, realize that this energy, these intentions, this field, the broadcasting, the light, the connections go with you. Let that be not just your place of refuge or refreshing, but your place of guidance. So listen. Ask questions if you need, but walk with the awareness of this intelligent field as you walk through the next few days and into the week. And know that every Monday we're here. Every Monday we're here. The collaborative solutions, intelligence is what will move and continue moving us as a individual, as a family, as a country, as a world. Thank you for being on the journey. And blessed be. Bye, everyone. Till we meet again.
Bye, Sharon.
Bye, loves. I love
Butterfly
you all.
hug.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Hi, Arlie.
Never
Bye-bye.
alone. Never alone. Never alone.
Namaste.
Bye.